Nearly all presidents enjoy the perks of power, whether born into it or snatched it like the last slice of pizza at a party. But when you look inside the life of Rwanda's President Paul Kagame, you'll see a man who went from being a refugee in Uganda to running the show in the country he was exiled from as a boy. That, my friends, is the ultimate homecoming. This is the life of Paul Kagame, President of Rwanda. Early life and education. In 1957, Deogracious Kagame and Asteria Rutagambwa had a baby boy in a small and quiet village called Tambwe in the southern part of Rwanda. They weren't exactly rolling in Rwanda francs, which meant that young Paul Kagame had to bear the hardship of his background. He also grew up as a boy during severe tensions between different ethnic groups in Rwanda. The conflicts intensified, and his family had to pack up and flee to neighboring Uganda, leaving behind everything. From the refugee camp, Paul started attending Tari School, where he met Yoweri Museveni, who later became the president of Uganda. Their bonds continued growing as he studied at Makerere University City in Kampala. Uganda itself soon became a war zone under the firm hand of Idi Amin, one of Africa's most infamous dictators. Kagame soon found himself in a conflict involving the national government and rebel forces led by his friend Museveni, who sought to liberate the country from the ruler. They managed to overthrow the government in the late 80s, and soon he became the chief of intelligence for Museveni. While he had made a name for himself in Uganda, he still bore the stigma that every Rwandan exile living in Uganda faced from some people. Therefore, he partnered with 3 other Rwandan military heads, including Major General Fred Gisa Rugema, to form a united force called the Rwandan Patriotic Front to reclaim their homeland. In 1990, while Kagame was undergoing leadership studies at the U.S. Army Command and General Staff College in Fort Leavenworth, Kansas, he gave the green light for an invasion of Rwanda. However, his partner Fred Gisa Rugema died due to the conflict, and he single-handedly took charge of the movement until 2002. When a peace accord was signed after 12 years of conflict, he became president of Rwanda in 2003 and rules the nation to date. Jet collections. These days, he doesn't look like the exiled kid or youth who fought hard in those wars against the Ugandan dictatorship. He is living the high life. Literally, even the most brutal old soldier was bound to trade their boots for plush slippers and a first-class experience on one of his many jets. Kagame's personal aircraft hangar is all the proof you need that he's gone from the trenches to the tarmac style. Color me amazed, but his Gulfstream G650ER is an absolute machine. It does not lack value and impressive appearance, and if the jets could date, this one would be way out of your league. This aircraft is worth about $65 million and acts as Rwanda's official mobile command center. This means that the president can sit back in a cozy chair and rule the nation of Rwanda like Zeus from Mount Olympus. The difference is that he gets to do this in a custom-designed conference room cruising at 40,000 feet instead of a golden throne. It is a picture of function that falls in love with luxury, with reclining leather seats and a world-class communications suite that would put the world's best 5-star hotels on alert. He rules the nation with the world at his feet. The use of this aircraft puts him in the class of Jeff Bezos, who also owns this Gulfstream type. That's not all. He sometimes raids the skies with the Bombardier Global Express 7500 jet. It was so good that Rwanda bought 2, the first in 2003 and the second in 2008. The aircraft goes for about $50 million each. However, the government initially denied ownership of the aircraft and stated it was owned by a South African venture. Spoiler alert, they're totally Kagame's. This was confirmed by the presidential spokesman as the rumors intensified. It was clear that they are strictly for the private use of the president, for good reasons. The Bombardier is the perfect long-range aircraft, and he prefers it for his more discreet trips. Complete with 16 seats in a private bedroom, this jet is the perfect getaway flight. Car collection. You can bet that his taste in cars is equally as magnificent as his choice of aircraft. The crown jewel of his fleet of cars is none other than the Rolls-Royce Phantom. Rolls-Royce is a celebrity car brand primarily due to its limited edition status and ridiculously high price. The 2024 model of this car, worth about $550,000 and comes custom fit to look more like a fortress than just a luxurious car, a good fit for a president trying to watch his back. And with a top speed of about 155 miles per hour, I particularly love the unique artistry of Rolls-Royce, their perfectly hand-stitched leather seats and high-quality polished wood veneers. This adds warmth and a touch of natural beauty to the car's interior. The attention to detail in the car is super amazing, from the precision of the switchgear to the soft lamb's wool floor mats that grace the interior. It has an infotainment system hidden behind a sliding panel when not in use. It also has a high-definition touchscreen control system which covers everything from navigation to entertainment. It was custom-built for the president with reinforced body panels and decked super bulletproof solid glass. It is said to also come with a hidden compartment that allows the president to make emergency communications amid a crisis. The president's fleet would be incomplete without an SUV, and the peak choice of the president is another big-name brand of car, the Range Rover Sentinel. From the outside, it looks like a standard Range Rover. However, as you've probably guessed, its body is fully armored. This bad boy can withstand high-caliber bullets and explosions. It also has an emergency escape system and can go at a top speed of about 120 miles per hour. It is the standout choice of the president whenever he wants to swing by regions of Rwanda where a bit of tension still exists, even decades after the war. You can have a clear view of the surroundings through the bulletproof windows while ensuring the president remains secure inside. The SUV is also equipped with run-flat tires designed to enable the car's continual driving even when the tires are damaged or punctured. Fun fact, there are also suggestions that the car has a filtration system capable of protecting the president from chemical and biological threats. Its base price is about $500,000, and it would be so much more when you factor in the costs of customization among other upgrades. It is a fitting ride for a president. Lastly, one of the president's supercars is the Mercedes-Benz S-Class, a $118,000 Mercedes S600 to be precise. It might be the cheapest in value, but it is still a super luxury car on its own. With a top speed of about 155 miles per hour, it is stacked with the latest car technologies such as adaptive cruise control and an impressive night vision feature. It doesn't matter when the president is moving through the streets of Kigali or just dashing down a remote road at 2 in the morning. This feature is like putting night vision goggles on a car. It allows the driver to see everything, even in pitch darkness. Every road trip is without tremors. The president can write a book with a fountain pen while driving around, and his writing won't wobble. Security details. So, what about the president's security team? President Kagame was once a soldier. So, you can say that he truly understands what it means to protect and to serve. Therefore, we cannot be too critical of all the efforts that have gone into his personal security detail, the Presidential Guard. This group has highly qualified and trusted personnel, including his son Ian Kagame. This elite force specializes in high-end intelligence gathering and advanced combat, with a vast background in special forces and the army. His motorcade is decked with armored vehicles, motorcycles, and support cars, also equipped to provide strict security for him. They are also armed with effective communications technology that allows them to do their job well. The president also favors having young blood who are fit enough to protect him in the army and the Presidential Guard. I got a hint of this based on a past event where he retired hundreds of soldiers in one move. He followed this up by granting promotions to younger soldiers across different quarters of the nation's security outfits. He also appointed new generals to head army divisions located in different parts of the country. He spares no expense in providing the best technology available, including using surveillance drones to do some reconnaissance. Reports suggest that the president's residences are fortified with underground bunkers fitted with life support systems that can sustain him and his family for weeks in case of an attack. I think it makes sense why there is so much emphasis on armored tech and top-notch security personnel. What would you do if you were head of a country that once experienced a crazy wartime? You wouldn't want to be caught sipping tequila with your guard down. So President Kagame is just that, a powerful man on his toes. After all of this, what do you find most intriguing about Kagame's private life? Is it his lavish car collection? His impenetrable security? Let us know in the comments if you enjoyed watching this video. Click the video on your screen to watch another interesting,